John loves girls on top of the pyramid. Hello?
This Tuesday, the ultimate player
He said,
You're the only girl for me?
is going down.
I want you to wear them.
I'll be right there.
John Tucker Must Die. Own it November 14.
You have a bit of a tie to Fifi Dobson, who's Canadian.
Yeah,
In the
we were
video.
just talking about her a minute ago. That's
Yeah?
so weird.
Big Canadian, superstar, whatever. You were in her video. Tell us a little bit about the process of that.
It was really great because I'd worked with Rainbows and Vampires, who are the directors who directed the video. They did a bunch of really cool stuff, the Strokes videos and the Hey Mama video for Black Eyed Peas, which I really loved. And they were doing some Nickelodeon promos, and we just clicked. Like, we just loved each other, We're like, man, we really like working together. And Fifi was trying to find a boy, some love interest for her video, and everybody that came in, were like the Abercrombie, hey, look at me, and she was just like, no, I want a rock and roll guy, And they said, hey, what if we call in this Drake Bell kid? And she didn't know who I was or anything. And later on, she actually told me that she went online and looked me up and was like, oh, please don't get that kid from that Nickelodeon show. That is not what I want it to be real, rock and roll, and it's gonna be all kidsy with him in it. And then I get there, and it's instantly we hit it off, and she's like, oh man. So we hung out. We became actually really good friends, and it was a lot of fun working on that. It was the first time being in a music video. Got to come out, hang out in New York, and do the whole bit.
Hang out at CBGBs and stuff.
Yeah, we got to go shoot in CBGB, which was awesome.
They
actually got to play on stage. Yeah, they shut it down. Yeah, they're moving it to Vegas or something like that. But I got to play on the same stage as all the greats and everything, so it was pretty cool.
Awesome. Did you learn anything from that experience, just about making videos or anything that you took with you?
It was just the same as shooting my video. It's there's a lot that gets done in 2 days. You don't realize, wow, you go from this location to this location to here to all in one day, and listening to the same song over and over and over again but it helped me when I went to do my video, because it's I've been there, done that.
Yeah, you kind of secretly had done one before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Your character, I guess, in the video, big record collector, big record fan, some record store. Do you actually collect vinyl, or are you a fan of that sort of big 12 inches?
Totally. I actually have more vinyl than I have CDs, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I grew up just, I don't know, I just love the way they sounded, and they were so much fun, the big album artwork, and they'd usually come with a poster inside or something, and so I was just, I'm definitely much more of a vinyl guy.
Nice. Any particular favorites that stand out?
I have all the Beatles vinyl, so that's. But my favorite is going to finding the obscure stuff, the little sound effects records, or the records of Walter Wanderley, organized, and it's just all this crazy organ music. You listen to it at a cocktail party in the 50s. That's what I really love finding.
There's a lot of really good places in Toronto, actually, if you still have time to go. Yeah, they just have bins and bins of that.
That's what I love, that stuff, man. I just go to store after store and just go crazy.
Cool. Is there any song, particular song on the album that you have a really strong affinity towards? Maybe that helped you through a tough time, or you wrote it because of an important moment in your life? Is there just one that really stands out to you that was really important?
"Falling for You" is really personal. It's it's a fun, upbeat, happy song, but still, it's definitely the entire course of a relationship I was in and everything, and kind of. It's very personal.
Nice. Do you have a favorite live show? I know you're inspired by a lot of older bands, Floyd's and maybe ELO and that. Yeah. But have you been to a concert that's really just kicked your ass?
Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To see him on stage still at 62 singing the way he was when he was 15, it's unbelievable. And the band is on fire, and they played a bunch of songs that that he doesn't really play live, Three Legs and Too Many People, off of Ram and stuff, and I couldn't even. I was blown away. Completely the whole time. I was leaning over to my friend. I'm I don't think I'm gonna make it through this, because every single song, I just was such a huge part of my life, and here it is, the guy that wrote them sitting here singing it to me, it felt, so. That was probably the best concert. Before that, it was the White Stripes. That was the best rock concert I've been to, and I've been to tons. But the White Stripes show that I saw at the El Rey blew my mind.
Yeah, they put on a really strong back to basics show.
Yep.
This might go back to vinyl and artwork, but we've been talking to a lot of bands and artists just about art, but how with MP3s and downloads and all that, sort of the artwork's sort of taken a back seat.
Yeah.
And there's a time with even with CDs and even with vinyl and tapes, I guess where you had that tactile feeling of cracking something open and smelling it and opening it and stuff like that.
That's what I tried to do.
Is that
with
important?
This, I mean, that's what I tried to do with this record, because and that's the thing is you could just go on and download or do whatever, but I wanted there to be more for because when you go and, like I said, you go get Sgt. Pepper, you go get something on vinyl, it's this great artwork. You open it up, you fold it open, it's like all the lyrics, and it's like a big. It's like it's all part of it, not just the music, And so for this record, I actually went in and really worked with these awesome guys. Actually, the two directors for the video. One of them was a photographer, and the other one designed it with me. And it's really cool. It's like I'm trying to think. It's like the Jetsons almost. It's kind of futuristic but retro. So how like things look futuristic, but instead it's like a tape machine. Instead of like digital and stuff. So it's really cool. We're in like a submarine lounge in one of them, and there's like conveyor belt with me going into like this recording pod studio thing, and it's really cool and colorful and a lot of stuff going on like every page. So, and it comes with the DVD and all sorts of fun stuff. So don't download it, buy it.